some issues while we perform a job, because it's quite hectic for everyone. Like sitting 8 or 9 hours job is quite difficult. Or if you have a job to move outside, that is also if you have a field job, sales job or marketing job, that is also tough. And we gave our most of the time to our job. And we also deal with some health issues like high BP, low BP, sugar, backache problem if we have a certain job. And corporate has their own strategies as well. They hired always fresh or energetic person. They have a age clause as well. Reason behind it, they want a guy who's coming will complete their task within a timeline. They sucks their energy and blood, you can say. So again they find a new fresh energetic person. And we thought that we are not getting good salary in terms of what we are giving to them, our time, our energy, or so that's why we compare this thing as a slavery.
That's all?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's hear it from Prince. You go on.
Uh, First of all, what I feel is that slave or slavery is a very negative word. That there is no freedom there apart from breathing. What I feel means they what they are going to eat is decided by their owners, or who are what word is what word should I use? Who जो स्लेव को रखते हैं उनको क्या बोलेंगे?
They're usually called masters.
Masters. So everything is decided by them, even in personal life and in everything. That is very I feel that that word should this the current situation which corporates are facing, and even if we talk to, and if you talk to any school teacher, they are also not happy with their uh, jobs. They say that we come too early in the morning, and after that they are organizing extra classes, and they are not paying them for those extra classes, and they are not able to give time to their own children. So if we talk about any restaurant or anything, then we'll know the waiters will say the same thing. There are less recruitment, more customers. So this is a type what Sonia was saying, the rat race, the time. This time is what I feel is the period is emotionless. What I feel is, so that's why and corporate world is facing more, because they are even talking on their mails. They are just close to being a machine. So they are more into this, but there is no emotion now. Emotion are just decreasing day by day from the people and their heart. So I feel this is one of the main problem. We are not trying to understand someone's problem, or someone is saying who is because people are fake these days. So we are not able to find who is genuine or who is not, whose problem is genuine or who's not, who is uh, so I feel that slavery word should not be used. But yes, there is problem which is going on through all this uh, fields. Plus India is facing more, because if you will, yeah, as my other speakers have mentioned, that if you will quit your job, there are many to take your seats, so no one is waiting for you. So that's why we are, or everyone is scared of losing their job or facing problems, because That stuff. If it would have some other country where medical education plus pension is taken care by government, then uh, their people can find time to know what he or she wants, where they can quit job and sit for 2 months for in search of good job. But in India it is not possible, because everything is beared by the citizen, nothing by government, from apart from that road which we can travel. So that's why I feel that this problem is more in front of us in India, because of more population. Yeah.
All right. So let's hear it from Ravi, and then we will move to Dharmesh.
Hello, sir. Thank you for giving me this topic. And yeah, if I talk about
Classroom.
the topic, corporate jobs are new form of slavery. So I'm okay with the topic. I'm okay with the word as well. Slavery is a big word, and yeah, it's a. But if I talk about the corporate employees and corporate jobs, they are slave, and but not that kind of slave. They are slave. I'm not saying the kind of slavery which which was actually which has been actually done in the previous days, in in early days. It was not that kind of slavery, but it is slavery because you're bound to you're bound to do jobs and only job in your time, in 9 hour of the in 9 hour of working time. You're not allowed to do anything like and also it depends on the culture of the companies as well. There are lots of companies actually who are very strict, and the workload are very high, and there are lots of companies as well. No, like if I talk about the Infosys, like if I take the example, so like companies like Infosys, they, if I talk about the culture, they provide very leisure to employees, and they give projects, and they give enough time so that employees could take can take enough time to make the project best. And however, what how much time it takes? It generally takes 1 month, or one, even hardly it takes 1 month, but they give time 3 months. So also it depends on the company, on company to company. So there are lots of companies. If I talk about mostly Indian companies, they do not have culture. If I talk about the international companies, they have culture, and yeah, I just told you earlier that the word slave is correct, but not that kind of slavery. Slavery, not that kind of slavery, I would say. Uh, Actually, is done by the employee, but slavery is there. That's
That's
it.
all.
Yes.
All right. So you spoke very less, Ravi. I don't know. Like, let's
Yes,
hear it
actually,
from.
yeah.
You may be tired of traveling or something.
No, actually, network is not working fine, so I have to reconnect again and again.
No,
That's
well, I
why
mean
it is just.
that's a bit annoying. When did you reach home? Like
Yeah.
today?
I I just reached yesterday, yesterday in night.
Mhm. That's fine. Let's hear it from Dharmesh. Is he? Dharmesh, can you hear us? Dharmesh, can you hear us? I don't know what happened to Dharmesh. He's not able to. So, guys, I
So
believe.
All,
Mhm.
sir, all
Just
done. I need to share a thing.
So, sir,
Well, I mean,
I want to
Dharmesh is
add on
left.
something.
You're welcome. Dharmesh was left to talk, but he is connected to us.
Sir,
I don't know.
He is
might be
disconnected
he
now.
was busy with something.
It's all right.
He's disconnected
His
now.
wife.
He's not
All
in
right.
group.
All right. So, Sonia,
He
you
was
can go, and
listening.
then
He was listening.
Sanchit. But let's just wait. Like
Okay.
he's trying to connect again. There may be.
Okay. Okay.
I have to ask a pronunciation of a word.
Yes, you can tell me. I'll share that with you.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Dharmesh.
Hello, sir. Are you getting my voice?
Well, I mean, yeah,
Yes.
we are getting now. Earlier, you were
Everybody,
Sorry,
mute.
sir. I was listening,
everybody
but
was
my
looking.
voice wasn't going through.
All right,
Okay.
Prince, you were asking the pronunciation of a word.
Yes, sir. There is a word. There is a ingredient which is used in Subway, that is lettuce. So what is this? This is lettuce or lettuce?
How do you
Because
spell
I
it?
have
Letus.
L-E-double-T. No, I think L-E-double-T-U-S or L-E-T-U-S.
Latuce.
Lute. Lute.
A plant with large
No,
green
no, no.
leaves that are eaten raw, especially in salad.
Yeah,
There are many
yeah.
types of. The pronunciation is lettuce.
Lettuce.
Hmm.
Because I have heard too many pronunciation of this word from other
That I mean,
different people.
lettuce. You can use it. It's lettuce,
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
and the spelling is Letuce. It is a noun.
Mm-hmm.
Just let's hear it from Dharmesh.
Yes, sir.
All right, so shall we begin? And then we have two more speakers to add something. As Sonia wants to add, and Sanchit also wants to add something. But let's listen to you first. Go on.
Hmm. Sir, I googled the term slavery. The Wikipedia says that slavery is any system in which principles of property law are applied to people, allowing allowing individual to own, buy, and sell other individual as desired form of property. A slave is unable to withdraw unilaterally form and unilaterally unilaterally
Hmm.
from such an agreement and works without remuneration. So
Hmm.
in our corporate job, there is no such thing like without remuneration or that employee cannot withdraw his consent to work. So anytime
Hmm.
the employee wants, he can leave the company as well. But in a figurative term, talk country like us, where supply of labor force is more than its demands. And in this scenario, the labor, the employee cannot get the real value or real value because the demand is less and supply of labor is high. So jobs, so corporate jobs are try to make more profit because the ultimate goal is to maximize profit and all in a private scenario. So as they wanted to get more profit, so they try to decrease their cost as much as possible. So to decrease cost, they need to cut every single cost they are using, including the labor cost as well. They definitely try to exploit their employees. But at the other hand, when employees works harder, they improve their qualities as well. They are being fined day by day, so their value, so intellectual value, we can say that is increasing day by day. In case we are not getting promoted in current company, you can switch to other company because in current global situation we have many options as well. So if any employee has a real potential and a real talent, he must be welcomed any company. So we can say that this is not exactly a celebrity, but this is this is a topic like we can say that let's agree to disagree, something like that. This is all from me. Thank you for patience listening.
All right. Thank you for sharing your valuable inputs on the same. Sonia, you were just trying to say something, and then we will have Sanchit. Go on.
Yes, sir. I just want to share web series, Patal Lok. It's a new web series, and that was very good. Means must watch. I thought.
Yeah, I have watched it. I have watched it. That is very good.
Yeah,
And
it's a ground level. Yeah, ground level means problems of India,
But that's web
which
series.
are
The
we
web series
facing
is
now.
in problem now. So, and
Yeah,
I don't know how after that day when I saw that,
yeah,
then next day I
Lok is in problem.
but that was a very 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 must watch. Matlab, it covered lots of issue, means from
an FIR, possibly
child
not FIR,
to
or maybe like a notice has been served to Anushka Sharma.
Yes.
yeah, and there
Is
is
the
some other
producer of
minister
the
also BJP,
web series. Yeah.
but
And there
that
is
was a
one.
very
There are two disputes, I
very
believe.
very
The one is
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
particular community has
One
raised.
is that community one, and one is that BJP Neta's picture. Some have been
I don't know,
used
like
Hmm.
Gorkha
some scenes.
community or somebody.
No, they are facing. Anushka Sharma is facing more than two.
Okay.
One from Sikh community, that is they showed the rape thing. One is from Nepali community. One is political party. Other is for showing nudity. So they are facing too many problems.
Oh my God.
Means but this problem matlab that northeast community, that person is covered the role of a hijra matlab, and who
I
is caught
I have a
caught
suggestion
by
for next session. May I?
Go on.
I, in my belief, our next session should be topic like
Patalo.
should this web series must be censored or something like this.
No, that
yeah.
Or
very
we
hard
can
topic.
discuss some. We can discuss some web
There is
series
no
as well, if
censor
we
like
all have
something or
seen.
agency to matlab, give the rating
There,
and
there
certification and
should
all.
be no
So
censor because censorship is in movies. If everything is censored, then where is the freedom?
this is
And
the
Yeah,
in web
question, na?
series, you
So
are
who?
allowed to choose. This thing is not going to come on television that your kid is going to
yes,
watch. You have your rights to choose to watch it or not. So
when
it's
yeah, when I saw this
Sir,
movie,
that will
then
be
how
totally
it
how
unfair.
made
time do
That
we
will
thought
be
have left
totally unfair
it's
with the
for today's
artists
session,
and directors.
How much
yeah.
sir?
time?
And the
How much time do we have left
reality time
for
matlab,
today's
it
session?
shows everything, means in our
15 more
jail
minutes.
the problem between matlab, there is no division for
I have a question
criminals.
to all. May I?
I hope they should not.
I have question to Prince. In fact,
Yeah.
Let's hear it from Dharmesh. Go on.
Please, Sanchit bhai, go on. I will be the next.
I have
I
a
just
small
want to
suggestion.
add
There is
add
one
Guys,
on
more.
my.
There is one
I
more
just
web series called Betal. Do not dare watch it. It's
beta.
Why?
very
That
rubbish.
is a
yes,
horror
Very
horror
it
horror
rubbish.
one,
very
na?
it is worth.
Ah,
Rubbish. Okay. Okay. Horror
It is
now
worth.
these days are become a dumb part.
Now one more
okay.
thing, like
Sorry, Sanchit, you were saying something.
if you guys
Yeah,
are
I
done with
just
the
want to that
conversation,
because Prince said that there should not be censored here. I just want to know why the Bollywood always show that nudity or censored thing. If you will compare Bollywood movie or series with South South Indian movie, they are more into their culture. In fact, they don't. I have seen not so much movies, but some of movies they never showed that kissing scene or smooth scene in their movies. They always shows temple, their culture. In fact, in Punjabi movies, I have seen a lot of Punjabi movies. They never show like again nudity or some of censored thing. But why Bollywood and these series are always going through, or they are following that Hollywood platform?
Sanchit,
Yes,
like,
they just follow
what
Hollywood.
is,
They try to
what is the
copy.
question? Like,
They
the
try to
question is, you
imitate.
want Bollywood to follow the South Indian movies? That's one question. Second,
Like,
if or you have a problem showing nudity, basically,
I
Bollywood.
just want I just asked the question because Prince shared his views, so I am just sharing my views because we should show our culture in our movies. So
Hmm.
in my, if you will go like that scene which we have seen in like 80s or 90s movies, that there are not so much nudity or kissing or smooth
Hmm.
seen in previous movie, but this time they are more into it. In fact, there was a time when that Imran Hashmi came to Bollywood, so that we all were knew that there should be a smooth scene or kissing should be there, because in Imran Hashmi, and it was a tagline with Imran Hashmi, that kissing
Serial
killer or
kisser.
something. Yeah.
Well, Mr.
So
Kohli, serial
my
killer.
question is this, that we should follow our culture and we should show that trend we were using. And
Boys are remembering
South
old
Indian
days.
movies are doing very well in there. Sorry.
Sanchit, see, do you want Bollywood to follow, especially South Indian movies? Because the word you say follow, right?
Mhm.
So follow means anyways you are following someone, right? So when you're
Mhm.
following someone, it could be like positive or negative things. As you're saying, Bollywood is following Hollywood, which
Mhm.
according to you is not acceptable, or you don't find like it is
So
okay.
I think we Bollywood should have their own identity. Why they are
Then why do you want
following?
Bollywood to follow South Indian movies?
I am not saying that they should follow South Indian movie. I
Mhm.
am saying there are so many good scripts where there is no nudity and censored thing, but they are doing well. Like that movie recently, Dream Girl, was very good.
Mhm.
So, and again that Chichore, it was very good movie. So that movie were on content base, but
Mhm.
in Bollywood, most of the things they are doing
Mhm.
because of like to hit their movies and series. They are putting that nonsense stuff to
Mhm.
just create the highlights in the series.
So you are saying that like there should be restriction on artistic expression. Movie should only
Yes,
movie should only show the brighter side, and you want you in 21st century you want to share that when there was a wedding scene like in time of Rajesh Khanna or Amitabh Bachchan, and then in the next scene two ducks are like swimming in the water, flowers are like blowing in the air, and then this is what you want now to people to watch.
no, I am. So this is nothing, but again,
No, I'm like
that
that's what I mean,
you
like
are turning my point, sir. You are just turning my point. I am not saying, but there are so many things which can be changed, but they put the stuff just because to hit
no,
their series or their movies.
I'm still like sitting in like in somewhere in multiplexes and watching that when like it is a romantic scene where like once they get closer and then there are two birds
Then
or something, the
Sir,
flowers are
it
like
it should it
getting
sir,
close.
it should show
how
that
that South
flowers
Indian
will not
movies
do just
play all this?
Sorry,
How they do this?
how
So
do?
if we are getting something good from other, so we should learn something. Like they remake their movies, na? They remake their movies, so they should also learn from them how they can create those scenes in 21st century.
Which movies like in 21st centuries they have?
Sir, the South Indian movies, I'm saying, how they create that scenes. on like if you are not willing to watch that swines or flower scenes in 21st century, how they are doing it?
Let me remind you, in Bollywood or in Hollywood, there are always like what do you call the B grade movie.
Mhm.
And if you talk about B grade movies, South Indian movies would be on top, right? If you're talking about vulgarity and nudity, if you start
Mhm.
shortlisting South Indian movies,
Mhm.
I believe
Exactly.
they will win.
So
If you talk
there is
about
some
Mallu and all those words which are like
Mhm.
in trend, they all come from South Indian movies.
Most of the means that is
Mm.
maybe he has seen all South Indian movies that comes on Max only, because
Uh-huh.
television because if any movie
Let me
is
tell you, if
releasing
promoting vulgarity and nudity, these regional film industries are more responsible. Like if
exactly
you talk about, well, I'm not biased towards, like if you talk about these Bhojpuri movies, if you talk about these South Indian movies, they are very much in question when it comes to because they have very limited viewers.
No,
They only
I
target
have
them.
that Bhojpuri movies I have seen. There are like their songs are very vulgar and something,
No,
but in
I would not say all.
yeah, but
Generalization is a
in
problem.
South Indian I have never seen. I have never seen. That's why I have take the example of South Indian movies and Punjabi movies.
Now there is a famous Bhojpuri movie. I don't know whether you have seen it or not. Bhaiya Fauj mein, Bauji Mauj mein.
No, I have not seen any
Like,
Bhojpuri movies
like
till date.
see, this is it is not the problem of
Their title are very vulgar. In fact, their titles are very vulgar.
well, this is always. I mean, we can discuss it later on. Should there be a ban on artistic expression? And this issues was very much in question when alcohol and cigarettes like picturization were restricted in cinemas. There was a question: should there be a limitation on artistic expression? Let's say you are going to ban. Okay, you want to ban movies to promote to show anything.
Hmm.
Then how would you stop people from watching it? Amazon Prime, Netflix,
Hmm.
and all these streamings, they hardly have like only the Indian content. They have all the like you can watch it. If somebody who has access to Netflix, if you do not want to show in Patal Lok whatever you have shown, they will watch something else. So that's well, we have very limited time. I have got only 9 minutes. We will discuss tomorrow. Let's discuss this. Right. So, if you guys are okay, can we discuss tomorrow? Should there be a limitation to artistic expression? Especially, we can say that our Bollywood promoting nudity in society.
I think I have done my work today.
Now we
but
have a lot of things.
Bollywood is not promoting, not at all.
Or
That
is film a threat to our society? We can discuss this tomorrow later on. Let me share the feedback that I have noted down today. We have only 8 minutes left. If you allow me, I would go ahead and share the feedback. Am I?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the first speaker was Vinamrata. So you
Yes.
started talking about the past incident, and you started sentence there has been. Right. So the moment you say there has been, it connects to present where it should not be. There had been. So instead of has,
Okay.
it should be had.
Had.
Yes. The pronunciation of Livehood. Right.
Lively.
Uh, Either you talk about American English or UK. In both the I mean, things, you'll find livelihood is the pronunciation.
Mm. Yes. Okay.
Second, you say if we will deny to do extra work. You were talking about like if somebody is working in a corporate office, and if he is not ready to work or do extra work. So if
Yeah.
we will deny, this is conditional one.
If
If we deny, so will was not required, will be in the second conditional. I mean, like in the second sentence.
so we can use if
The
we
first,
would deny.
no, with if,
Huh.
you don't need to use the shall or will or would in that case.
Okay, if I deny or if they deny.
If they deny, if we deny, we
Okay.
we will lose our job or we will be in problem, right? Then the next sentence was he will be get promoted. So either you say like he will be promoted, right? Or
Okay.
he will get promoted. Either you need to take get out or be out. I believe he will be promoted is the right way,
He will be promoted. Okay.
right? The another like I will write. I have only 6 minutes today to share. I'm texting. I'm like just check out your chat section. There was a difference in the pronunciation of these words, right? This and this, right? And then actually
Accept.
this, you actually said this one. So the last one, the pronunciation is not acceptable, it is acceptable.
Acceptable.
Acceptable, accept.
Acceptable.
And this has to be
Okay.
double acceptable. This one is accept and this one is accept.
Okay.
And there you use another word which was affect, and this. There was also a confusion between these two words.
Effect and affect.
But you said this, but the pronunciation was of this. So it should be affect.
Okay. Affect.
That was for you only. Then I had Sonia. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
You were talking about pressure. You said pressure is rise.
Pressure is rising.
No, either pressure is rising or pressure rises. Okay. Then the another sentence, he need to be work on. So either it should be he, then it has to be needs. He needs to, then be was not required. He needs to work on.
Okay.
Then there was another sentence, they are try to engage them. So either are should be there, so it should be they try to engage them. Then you were talking about at night you came late and you left early. Well, you're supposed to say connect it with present. So we said we usually come late at night and leave early in the morning, as it is a current situation. You used Hindi words key in between a couple of times. Then you said I see a web series, and should be rat race or movie you were talking about. So it should be I watched a web series or I watched a movie or short movies. Then there was also a problem with the possessives. You started with we, then you said yourself. So it should be we, then ourselves.
Okay.
Right? For example, we should take care of ourselves, not we should take care of yourselves.
Yes, sir.
Right? This is going to suck you.
Suck you.
So after going to it should be this is going to suck you.
Yes.
Or if you're using this sucks. That was for you only. And then it was for Sanchit. Sanchit, check the words that I'm writing and how would you pronounce it? How would you say this? W-N.
Want.
The pronunciation is this.
On.
Pronunciation is one.
One.
Yes.
Okay. One. Okay.
The spelling is W-N, but the pronunciation is
one.
You were talking about kings and queens. They fought a battle, and the party who won, they captured the others. Then you saw lose one. So instead of lose one, you can say losers.
Losers.
Lose one is not a verb, right? So
Okay.
those who loses are called losers.
Okay.
So instead of losers, you could say the defeated party were captured
Difficult.
or
Okay.
captivated. Hmm. They hired always. You were talking about corporate or companies. You said they hired always. What is
They
that?
hire. I
Yeah,
should use.
it's
Okay.
better to say they hire. And
Okay.
then, how would you pronounce this word? Let's see.
Slavery.
It's not sla. And how would you say this one?
Slave.
So this one is slave, and the first one is slavery.
Slavery.
No sla.
Okay. Slavery.
All right. And Sonia was saying like she used a word. She said something in Hindi like. So this is a word that you can use.
Well, I saw this in Google, so matlab hijra was there, so
So
I means
this is the English that you can use.
yeah,
How would you pronounce it?
nunch.
Well, the pronunciation is eunuch.
Eunuch, yeah.
Eunuch. Well, there is a slight difference in this. I will tell you in some other session what is the difference, what exactly the meaning, but you can use it, eunuch. All right, then I have noted some feedback for Prince as well. Ravi, I didn't notice much, I mean, like he spoke less. Same goes for Dharmesh as well. I don't know Dharmesh is here or not. You used the emotion, Prince.
I am here, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm listening.
Thank you for like being patient. So emotion is Prince.
Yes, sir, I'm listening.
So emotion is not emotion are.
Okay.
We will disconnect it anytime. And there was spokers. You said once. It has to be speakers.
Speakers, yeah.
The third mistake you were there is a difference between pronunciation who is and whose. So somewhere you got confused who is and whose.
Okay.
So who is your favorite actor? And whose bag is this?
Yes, yes.
That's all for the